You know that guy at work? Nice car, designer clothes, always talking about his investment portfolio at lunch. He's broke. I'm not guessing. I'm telling you. Statistically, mathematically, financially, he is broke. And that neighbor of yours who drives a beat up Honda, wears the same three shirts, and never talks about money, she might be sitting on $800,000 in assets right now. This isn't a feel-good story. This is how wealth actually works in America, and almost nobody is talking about it. Stay with me because what I'm about to show you completely flips everything you think you know about money. Real quick before we get into this, I want you to think about the last time you felt financially behind. Maybe you scrolled Instagram and saw someone your age buying a house. Maybe a coworker just leased a new BMW. Maybe your cousin is posting vacation photos from Bali again, and you're sitting there thinking, what am I doing wrong? Here's what nobody tells you. A lot of those people are one missed paycheck away from disaster. There's a term for it. Researchers call it high-income, low-wealth syndrome. I just call it the high-income trap, and it is quietly swallowing millions of Americans whole, including people making $80,000, $120,000, even $200,000 a year. Today, we're going to break down exactly what this trap looks like, who's falling into it, and, most importantly, how the people who are actually building real wealth think and behave completely differently. Let's get into it. The trap is real. Let me hit you with some numbers first, because I need you to understand this isn't just a theory. According to a Federal Reserve study, nearly 40% of Americans cannot cover a $400 emergency expense without borrowing money or selling something. 40%! That's not people making minimum wage. That includes households earning six figures. Here's another one. The average American with a salary between $75,000 and $100,000 has less than $5,000 in liquid savings. They look comfortable. They are not comfortable. And here's the one that really got me. 78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck at some point during the year. Not 78% of poor people, 78% of Americans. So how is that possible? How are people making good money and still drowning? 3 words. Lifestyle creep is real. The moment most people get a raise, a new job, a bonus, they upgrade everything. New apartment, new car, new wardrobe, nicer restaurants, streaming subscriptions they forgot they had, and before that extra income ever has a chance to work for them, it's gone. This is the trap. You earn more, you spend more, you stay exactly in the same place financially, just with better shoes. What the wealthy actually look like. Now here's where it gets interesting, because I want to talk about what actually wealthy people look like, not the ones performing wealth on social media, the ones actually building it. Thomas Stanley spent decades studying American millionaires. He wrote a book called The Millionaire Next Door, and his findings were genuinely shocking to most people. The majority of millionaires in America, we're talking people with a net worth over $1 million, do not drive luxury cars. Most drive used vehicles, Toyotas, Hondas, Fords, nothing flashy. They don't live in the biggest house on the block. They don't wear the most expensive clothes. They are, from the outside, completely, utterly, boringly normal. Because here's what they figured out that most people never do. Every dollar you spend on looking rich is a dollar that cannot work for you. And money that works for you, through investments, through assets, through compound growth, is the only way you actually build wealth. Not your salary, not your job title, your ability to keep money and put it to work. Let me give you a simple example. 2 people, both making $90,000 a year. Person A spends $85,000 of it, saves $5,000, puts it in a basic savings account. Person B spends $65,000, invests $25,000 into index funds every single year. After 20 years, at a historical average market return of 7%, Person B has over $1.2 million. Person A has, if they're lucky, maybe $120,000 in savings. Same income, completely different outcomes. The difference was not talent, not luck, not connections. It was the gap between what they earned and what they kept. That gap is everything. The 5 signs you're in the trap. All right. Let's make this personal. Here are 5 signs that you might be caught in the high income trap right now, and I want you to be honest with yourself. Sign number 1. Your expenses rose every time your income rose. If you got a $10,000 raise and your monthly spending also went up within 6 months, you're in it. The raise didn't help you, it just funded a new lifestyle. Sign number 2. You have more subscriptions than your investments. Seriously, pull out your bank statement right now or do it tonight. Count how many monthly subscriptions you're paying. Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, Spotify, gym memberships, meal kits, app subscriptions. Now tell me, how much is going into a Roth IRA or an index fund every month? If those numbers aren't even close, we have a problem. Sign number 3. You feel rich, but you have no actual assets. Being rich and being wealthy are 2 completely different things. If your net worth, that's everything you own minus everything you owe, is less than 1 year of your salary, you are running behind. Income is not wealth. Assets are wealth. Sign number 4. You are 1 job loss away from crisis. If you lost your job tomorrow, not next year, tomorrow, how long could you survive without borrowing money? If the answer is less than 3 months, you are financially vulnerable, regardless of what your salary says. Sign number 5. You know you should invest, but it never feels like the right time. There's always something. Car needed repairs, kids' school expenses, holiday travel. There's always a reason the investment gets pushed to next month, and next month keeps moving. If 2 or more of those hit close to home, this video is exactly for you, and I'm glad you're still watching. What to do instead? Okay, enough of the hard truth. Let's talk about what to actually do. Step 1, pay yourself first, non-negotiably. Before your rent, before your groceries, before anything. The moment your paycheck hits, a percentage goes straight into investments. Automate it so you never see it, never touch it, never think about it. Start at 10%. Push toward 20% as fast as you can. This is the single most powerful habit in personal finance, period. Step 2, kill lifestyle creep before it kills your future. The next time you get a raise, and I mean the very next time, promise yourself this: you will not change your lifestyle for 6 months. Not one thing. The extra money goes straight into your investment account. You won't miss what you never had, but 6 months of invested raises, that compounds into something real. Step 3, buy assets, not appearances. Every purchasing decision comes down to one question. Does this make me money or does it cost me money? A car that impresses people at a stoplight costs you money. An index fund that grows silently for 20 years makes you money. The wealthy are obsessed with this distinction. Start being obsessed too. Step 4, build your I don't need this job fund. This is different from an emergency fund. This is 6 to 12 months of living expenses sitting somewhere accessible, not invested, just there. Why? Because when you have that cushion, you make better decisions. You don't take abuse from a bad boss. You don't panic sell your investments during a crash. You negotiate from strength, not desperation. This fund buys you options, and options are power. Step 5, stop performing wealth for people who don't pay your bills. This one is uncomfortable, and it's also the most important. A huge chunk of American consumer spending is driven by social comparison. We buy things to signal status to people we barely know. Wealthy people, genuinely wealthy people, largely don't care about that signal. They're secure enough not to need it. The faster you stop spending money to look rich, the faster you'll actually become rich. Here's the bottom line. In America right now, there are 2 types of people earning good money. The first type looks wealthy. They drive it, wear it, post it, and perform it every single day. And most of them are secretly stressed, stretched thin, and one bad month away from a real problem. The second type, they look ordinary, unremarkable even, but quietly, without making a single announcement, they are building something. And one day, sooner than most people think, they will have the freedom to do whatever they want, whenever they want, with whoever they want. The high income trap is real, but it is also completely optional. You don't have to stay in it. Before you go, I want to hear from you. And I mean actually hear from you, not just a like and a scroll. Drop a comment below and tell me which of the 5 signs hit closest to home for you. No judgment. I'm asking because the more honest we are in the comments, the more we can actually help each other. Some of the best conversations on this channel happen right down there. If that sounds useful, subscribe. Hit the bell. I'll see you in the next one.